What's going on, everybody? Mike here. Welcome back to Tahoes and Turbos. Today, because I've been feeling better, my shoulder and my bicep are actually on the mend really well. We're gonna work on the Tahoe. That's right. It's that time. I've been testing on it for about the last week and a half daily to see how the fuel pressure and stuff is, if it's leveled out, and yeah, it's primo. It's ready to rock and roll. So today we're going to spruce it up a bit, and then we're going to get it ready to send over to Buddy. And then after that, we're going to head over to the shop, the garage, and we're going to start digging into the motor, the original motor from it, and seeing what all happened. So hopefully it's bearings or the pump or something, because I think we might end up saving that motor and putting it in the 53 Pontiac that's sitting in the shop over there. So you don't want to miss that if that's your jam. Anyways, how we're sprucing up the Tahoe is with the wheels. These have been sitting in the basement since last winter, and with my arm feeling better, I was able to lug them up the stairs from sitting down over here to here. So we're going to get on that. We got the jack, I got the impact. All I got to do now is fire this thing up, move it over a scooch and a half, so I can get the jack on the other side. But for those of you who are new to the channel, this is my 99 Chevy Tahoe Z71 LS. Right, I took the Z71 decals off. I don't know if you can still see them, kinda see the Z. So I took all the decals off because I kind of want to make it a sleeper. But inside, I should probably go before we show it. Like, this is for the new people under the hood. Inside, it's running a Terminator X-Max ECU right there with the little screen. I got just a cheap Amazon radio. But here is the creme de la creme, the Holley 12.3 Pro Dash. I've got lots of videos on this, how to set it up, how to do all that kind of jazz. So if you're into that, check it out there. But the real magic of this girl is under the hood here. This is an LS swap with headers and all the ICT brackets and billet parts that you could get right out of their catalog. So I even have more stuff that I bought that I never even put on, but like the AC to make it look stock, but with an LS. So of course I got the Holley Sniper because we're a big Holley group around here. So Holley ICT billet and Taylor plug wires, honestly enough, were the only wires that I could find that actually cleared these eBay headers. Actually, no, these are Amazon headers. If you just go into like the LS swap headers, you'll find like S10 headers or whatever. Those are them. So as you can see, we got exhaust running down there on both sides. This thing, the only thing that stops it from being road legal is from the X pipe to the muffler, or X pipe to tailpipe. There's no muffler or nothing in there, or anything in there to begin with. That's because we've been having fuel pressure issues for the last like almost a year with this thing, and I've pretty much got that all dialed up, guys. So with that being said, we've still got the exhaust in the back there. Let me it's probably been a while since I've done an actual like walk around update of the Tahoe for you guys. So let me pop the hatch. So we'll go around. Stickers are starting to fade, but it is what it is. So ICT billet and welder's still there. Stapleton 42 sticker still there. So that's all that matters. Anyways, back here, this is the piece. It's all that's left, folks. This is all that's left to make this thing road legal. We got the step down for to the factory tailpipe. We've got the downs from the X pipe into the muffler. So that's it. And I'm doing a single out. So I've got all this extra pipe and stuff that we might use for something in the future. I got some V-bands, some stainless V-bands. So also future plans, I got some other clamps and stuff and some parts, because I think these go in like that into the X pipe, and it's supposed to go around a frame rail and drop down. So, but Buddy will be taking care of that, as it'll be going to his shop now soon. Over here, he just got bills from, I was doing a video on how much it costs to LS swap this thing, but I never was able to finish that video due to the fact that I never finished the truck fully. So once the exhaust is all done, then I'll be able to get a final total of what it cost me to do this project. Anyways, let's fire it up here and see what we're at for PSI. I know this is a long video or a long clip, but it is what it is. I appreciate you guys for sticking with me. So let's see what it says. I gotta go in and grab the steering wheel too, I forgot. 54, 53, 58, 57. That's not bad. That's within, you know, within the target that I was going for. So anyways, I'm going to grab the steering wheel because I gotta move this thing over, and we'll be back to put the wheels on it. Alright, got the Tahoe moved over. So I could have moved it over probably a little bit more, but it is what it is. I'm going to start on this side here. We're going to do these two, and then we'll bring it back to see just how much awesomer it looks. And then I think I might actually even take it over to the park. I might do some pictures and stuff of it too. So, because this is a nice truck. Like, at the end of the day, even with the factory wheels that I painted black just for winter, right? And the Duratrax for winter, it looks good. Aside from that, yeah, it'll look better when it's all said and done and painted, and I get a new fender on it. But yeah, still a nice truck. I don't know though if I should keep. Oh, sorry, I got the burpees out of nowhere. I don't know if I should keep the chrome yet, guys. Comment down below. What do you think? For me, it traps moisture and creates rust. So I'm worried about it when we take that off, if it's going to be all rusted out, because I know back here I've noticed we're getting a little bit of rust. See that? We never had that before. So that makes me worried. Still fairly solid. Actually, no, it's not. Huh. Well, that's going to be something we address when we have this thing sent off for bodywork and paint. And along the roof here too, there's some spots along the top that I need to get addressed before it starts really causing issues. So other than that, it's a nice truck. So let's give her the treatment she deserves, shall we? Well, folks, something just occurred to me. I don't seem to have any jack stands on the property. So we're gonna have to do this super damn quick. So hopefully the jack doesn't fall. So see you on the other end. Alright, folks, got her jacked up off the ground on this side enough to spin her, so we'll be able to get the tire on. This went underneath the control arm, lifted it. We're not fancy around here. Grabbed the Avid Power. Now this has been controversial for a lot of you guys, but it's been sitting in here in the shop. I still have not charged it. Let's see what it's at. 3 bars, and I've still not charged this thing, guys. How long have I owned it? 2 years? And I've yet to charge it up, and it still works as a charm. How many wheels has it changed? Like the trucks, my mom's a few times, the Tahoe a few times, the 53 Pontiac a few times. It's the quads, it's done quads. This thing here is unremarkable. Like it's insane, guys. I would suggest you buying one before the prices go up on them. Because best $100 impact I've ever bought. The Avid Power right here. And I know some of you guys are going to talk shit. But yeah, see? This charger has not been used. At all. There's no wear marks. There's no slide marks. The charger's never been used, guys. It's all dusty in there. So, good up for Avid Power. This thing is insane. Anyways, let's get this off before the jack falls and get the new one in. Also, I miss having a concrete floor. Just gonna say that right now. You see that, folks? End of September. Oh yeah, 35 degrees Celsius in your 90s fucking Fahrenheit. It's a hot one today. But speaking of hot ones, I'm not talking about that piece right there. Check this out. I know they were. Anyways, look at that. Got one wheel on, and fuck, is she looking sexy again. Oh, sorry for using bad language. I know I shouldn't because of YouTube policies, but damn, she looks good. Let's get on to the rest of them. All right, folks, got the one back wheel, and I got one left to go. I'm over here. I'm just looking at the side of my truck, right? If you look right here, see how that chrome is starting to rust? See that? Right there. And if you look right there, there's a hole in it. And it's kind of rusting down. And then I'm starting to get a little bit of surface chippage underneath the bottom. Nothing severe yet. We can fix all this needs to be fixed with a wire wheel and some trim clad. Until we get her, until it can get to the body shop. But I think coming up here pretty soon, if this doesn't go to the exhaust shop within the next week, to Buddy's exhaust shop, I should say, in the next week, I'm going to be taking the heat gun out and we're going to be pulling this chrome off because it's doing that and this. Sorry. I'm worried. I was actually more worried now than I was before, because if you look even back here, it's starting to come down. It was never like that. So I don't know what else to say. Take the heat gun out, get this fucking chrome shit off, use the eraser wheel to get the glue off. Maybe that trim, who knows? Comment down below. But I know we're gonna take that chrome off probably in the next video or two. All right, folks. Got everything pretty damn good. We'll lower her down now. Come on. Oh. A little bit bang harder than I was expecting. Haven't been using the jack much, so I'm guessing it's kind of, well, if you don't use stuff, it starts to wreck, so I need to use this more often. It's basically what I'm saying. But she's looking really good, folks, with those wheels on it. I got the tire shine. We're gonna hit her with some tire shine, then we're going to head over and we're going to see what we can find out about that motor quick. So, see you guys there. Alright, folks, we got the tire shine giving her on there. As you can see, it's starting to look pretty good. When I come back, we'll see how she actually looks. So, because I'm going to head to the other shop now. And, yeah, you can see it's still foamy. Right, so I'm gonna head to the other shop now and see what we can figure out, guys. See you there. Boom, guys. We spawned here now. We're at the old garage. You can see. Wife is eating supper. It is what it is. Back on the motor. We're gonna go see as much as we can on the old 5.7. Hopefully, it's nothing, super major. I'm thinking hopefully it could have been that oil pump. I do have a brand new one right here in the box that I've literally had. I've had this oil pump for probably about 6 years, folks. I'm not joking. I've had this pump for about 6 years waiting to go in this motor. As you can see, it's starting to get a little bit of rusty there. But yeah. So just so you know how long I've actually been having the problems with the Tahoe, but I still drove it anyways. See, we got the oil pan gasket. There's some more gasket stuff in there. The receipts, the invoices, all that. The C-clips and all that kind of stuff for it. And the guides. So we can always put the oil pan back on if we need to, because we got a brand new gasket for it. So I'm hoping when I we're gonna take the intake manifold off, because this isn't gonna work with anything that we're gonna do in the future, especially if we put it in this car. We're gonna need. What? You keep looking at what? What? What?
I'm eating.
I know you're eating. We have no shame on this channel, you know that. Anyways, we're gonna we're not gonna need any of this shit if we're putting it in this car or if we're putting it in something else. So let's start digging into it. I'm gonna start taking the intake manifold off.
That's a lot of white stuff.
Isn't it though? You gotta check out the link down below to find out what she's talking about. and why we had a blanket in the shop. It's kind of a giggity moment. Anyways, we'll let's get this intake off and stop with the yammering. This is your white stuff, babe? Is this all your white stuff?
I'm choking on banana pepper.
You're choking on a banana pepper?
That was hot.
The joys of working in the shop. Alright, folks. Got the intake manifold off, as you guys can see. Also had to pull the valve cover gaskets because in order to take that intake manifold off, you gotta take the valve cover gaskets off first, because it kind of locks things kind of in place. This gasket, it's not bad. It's the other side is on the intake. As you can tell, there's two different colored intake gasket or valve cover gasket valve cover. Sorry. I had supper and I'm kind of really burpy right now and having some indigestion issues. Anyways, oh, excuse me. Anyways, we have two different colored valve cover gaskets because back in the day when I was having issues with this thing big time, basically, as you all know, anybody who owns these trucks knows how shitty these intake manifolds are. The factory intake manifold gaskets are junk. The coolant that they sent with factory actually eats the gaskets. So what you'll have is you'll have coolant getting into your runners and snuffing out. You're going to have misfires. You're going to be puffing out plugs. You're going to be puffing blue or smoke out the back tailpipe. You're going to be having code problems. I know this because I dealt with it and it sucked. I had to change the intake manifold gaskets, top and bottom. And while I was in there, I decided, I was going to change the valve cover gaskets, right? Because they were leaking. Well, I never got to change this side, unfortunately, because I didn't want to remove the AC bracket and everything and move it forward. I'll be honest, I was unfamiliar with these vehicles at the time as much as I am now. And I'm talking 10 plus years ago when I did that. So kind of gives you a bit of a scope of it. But yeah, that's why they're two different colored. And I've not had an issue, so I just left it that way. I think it's actually a pretty neat little thing. So anyways, we're almost at the point now where I can flip this thing upside down, take the oil pan off, and take a look at, well, the oil pump, the pickup screen, all that, see what it looks like down there. Fingers crossed, the screen and everything is just plugged, and I can just clean all this up with brake clean and a vacuum, and maybe get a really good motor out of it. But as you can see, guys, there's chunks, literal chunks in here. So I'm not saying the motor's junk, because it ran to bring it here. As you guys know, this motor ran fucking good. It just, when it got hot, well, not hot, but when it got to operating temperature, the oil pressure would just drop off. So hopefully, it's not cam bearings or crank bearings, but either way, hey, if it needs a rebuild, if it's gonna go in something, it needs a full rebuild anyways. So I'll take it down as far as I can. We will figure it out, and then if I have to send it to the machine shop or something, that's only a couple $100. Not a problem there. So yeah, let me put the valve covers back on it because I don't want to get any well, fuck it. I'm gonna tip it because any of that junk will fall off, and we'll just keep rolling. But she does spin. Ugh. If I can't do this with this arm. There we go. She does spin really easily. So, shouldn't have a problem there, guys. Shouldn't have a problem. A lot more oil in there than I thought there was, folks. Yeah, I'm getting it ready to flip her upside down, and I didn't realize that, yeah, the oil pan was still full of oil. So hopefully I don't overfill her here, because I lost the drain pan that I used to use. Yay! But yeah, she was still full of oil, guys, after all these years. Alright, folks, she is draining. We got a visitor up here. Hey, there he is. Hey, buddy. Sorry. Ooh. A little bugger flew in here while I was working on the motor. So hopefully he gets out of here before I'm done, because I'd hate to have to get Ma's cats to go find him. You know, laws of the jungle. Anyway, speaking of Ma's cats, I asked her if I could get some kitty litter to clean this up here. So hopefully we get that all good and done. I've been using the oil that comes out of there to, like, you know, take care of some weed problems we got going around here. And if you're from the country, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you're not from the country, well, fucking learn yourself up something. So there, we got some kitty litter. Awesome. Let's get back to draining this, cleaning this mess up, and flipping it over. All right. As you guys can see, got the litter down on the floor. Kind of absorbed the oil. Now, I've been doing this for a long time. Like, it's kind of funny because, like, I buy cat litter by the box. Like, every payday, I'll buy 2 or 3 boxes of litter just for this exact reason. Because I do a lot of stuff that you guys don't see out on the farm. Like, this for farmers, hydraulics, stuff like that. Because that's kind of my jam. Like, this, what you guys see here is just what we do mechanically for the channel. Not anything otherwise for now, but yeah, there's a little bit of a trick for you folks. You can clean up oil with kitty litter. It's got to be the absorbent clumping kind, otherwise it ain't gonna work really well. And it also helps too, you know, it smells not bad sometimes, and it's easy to sweep up. But anyways, let's put the plug back in, turn this bitch over, pull that pan, and take a look at what we got to work with in there. So far, this motor is looking like it needs a trip to the machine shop. And it should be good. Like a hot tank, new gaskets, maybe a new cam. And while we're in there, might as well cam bearings. And hopefully the crank bearings are fine. But we might maybe check the thrust bearing. We'll see if the windage tray's in the way and all that. I don't really want to get too deep into it if I don't have to. If I'm going to send it off to the machine shop, I really don't want to get too fucking deep into it, if you know what I mean. So, yeah. Let's flip her over and see what it looks like. That's what she said. She's flipped. And I forgot that this thing had coolant in it. And a whole bunch of jazz. Man, what a mess she made. But I got the box of litter over by my beautiful assistant. With the awesome Teenage Mutant Wrestlers t-shirt. If you guys are actually if you're in wrestling or anything, comment down below. On my gaming channel, I do Pro WrestleCrate unboxing. And I was actually thinking of maybe doing 1 or 2 for this channel. So, if you guys are interested in that, comment down below. I'd love to hear it. I'd actually love to do it because I love doing wrestling stuff. And it's also part of, you know, the life that we do around here. So, anyways, let's pull this pan off. Fucking gross it is, eh? And hopefully I can get it back in there and in there. I should be able to get to those. They're gunk. Ugh. Ew. But yeah, we'll get that off and we'll take a look at it. And we'll just get our peepers on it. How about that? I'm no expert. I guarantee you a lot of you are. But when it comes to motors, I just look at what I look at. And if it feels right, I do it. If it don't feel right, well, then I don't. Make sense? I think so. Let's pop this pan. Let's pop the pan off. What? That was funny to you?
You can't speak.
Alright, folks. We are at the finishing stretch here with this motor for the day. We got all the bolts out. So now it's just a matter of lifting it off, taking a peek underneath the skirt, and seeing how she looks. So we'll do that right now. Alright, folks. As you can see, we got the oil pan off. Looking down in the pan here, I'm blocking the light. You guys can see that white shit? See that? That's like silicone. You see that? Right? It's over there too. Well, if you look, it's also in the inlet, around the inlet part of the oil pump. So I'm thinking it's probably an issue, is that it gets hot, the silicone gets into the oil pump, and it starts fucking shit up. What do you guys think? You see that junk? Like that's silicone. So I'm thinking that's probably what actually did this motor in. The cool thing about it though, like I said, I got a brand new pump right here, folks. Right here. So, next time we see this motor, I might, because like I was looking inside here at the cam, and it actually doesn't look bad at all. Like the scoring of the lifters and all that, everything looks really good. Maybe the caps, the mains, bearings could be shot. I don't know, but I'm fairly certain that whatever is being sucked into the oil pump there is what caused the problem. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about this. Weigh in. What do you think? You think it's gonna be that easy? If it is, I have no problem putting the pan back, cleaning the pan out with degreaser and all that shit, getting all that gunk out, and putting it all back together with the new gasket and all that shit, putting the new pump in. Or no, maybe I won't put the new pump in, because look at the screen, guys. The screen is clean. Right? The screen is clean. So it's right there that's plugging up and not allowing the oil pressure to get through the motor. Yeah, that would totally make sense. Would it not? If it's sucking up fucking gunk, it ain't gonna build pressure. So, but like I was saying though, I have no problem spending the $250, whatever it's gonna cost, to have this motor hot tanked and gone through and checked. You know, maybe put back together. So, because it does not look bad in there, folks. Like on the underside of the pistons, all look really good still. Like it's that royal purple oil. I swear to God, everything's got it nice. Like it's oiled for life. You know what I mean? Like it's in the metal. That's the thing about royal purple, is it impregnates the metal. So this shit will stay lubricated until, like, I could leave it like this for probably about 10 years, and it'll still be shiny like this, because royal purple impregnates steel, and that's all I run for motor oil. Now, it's not an ad for royal purple. I'm not saying that you guys should run it, because a lot of people are going to be like, well, that shit's garbage. Hey, to each their own, man. I think Pennzoil is garbage because it's got paraffin wax in it. That's just me. We do our own thing, so. But yeah, it's a 2-bolt main, 350. It can be drilled for 4-bolt mains, as you guys can see. So, which I would actually do in the future, because it's actually dinged already for 4 bolts. So, or wait. So, I don't know. That's, yeah, over here. Yeah, and over here tells you the stampings from the factory. The 3, the 2, the 1. So, I don't know, guys. This is a really good motor. I think we have a good chance of saving it. And from what I see, that is the issue. Is this, you know what I mean? That silicone or whatever the fuck it is getting sucked in there. So I would love to hear what you guys have to say on this. I really would. Weigh in. Tell me what you guys think. Because this motor, as you know, runs, and it runs really well. And we could put it in that car with a turbo 350 transmission very, very easily. So, and with help from Holley EFI, we could put a sniper, one of those carburetor majiggers on there, right? Sniper 2 or whatever. And have all the fun of an old small block Chev in an old 50s car, but with modern day reliability, turn the key and go kind of fun. And I think that's kind of what my stepdad would be wanting and needing at somebody in his 60s, right? So, but for that, we need to get those numbers up, guys. We got to get those numbers up. I hate to say that, but at this point of it, it is what it is. We're growing so fast every day, and it won't be long before we hit something really amazing. And when we do, I'm giving it all back to you guys. So you're going to have to stay tuned for that. Anyways, I've been Mike with Tahoes and Turbos. And today, we were working on the Tahoe's motor. The original motor for the Tahoe. Comment down below, like I said. What do you guys think may be the problem? I'm thinking that fucking white shit getting sucked into the oil pump is not a good thing, and probably why it was, not building pressure when it get hot. It would just melt. That stuff would get warm and start getting sucked through. I'm thinking when it was cold, it'd be like a solid little chunk, and then when it get cold or hot, it would suck in. Right? So I don't know. That's just what I think. And also, again, this is not an advertisement for Royal Purple motor oil, but this motor is still oily and like ready to rock and roll. Like I just pulled it out of the truck yesterday, and it's been sitting for 3 years in a Quonset. So yeah, it is what it is. Anyways, guys, till next time. I've been Mike. Take care of yourselves. Love you, and God bless. And who knows what we'll do next.